Imagine being told your entire life that you'll never make it, that your dreams are stupid, that you'll never be as good as your perfect sibling. Now imagine proving them all wrong and watching their faces crumble when they realize the truth. This is Danny Horn's story, and trust me, you're going to want to hear every second of it. If you've ever been underestimated, if anyone's ever told you that you weren't good enough, then hit that like button and subscribe right now. Because what you're about to hear isn't just a revenge story. It's pure, soul-satisfying justice. New Orleans, a city filled with music, food, and endless stories. But for Danny Horn, it wasn't the jazz or parades that shaped his childhood. It was the constant feeling of not being enough. Danny grew up in a middle-class home. His father, Joseph, was a strict banker obsessed with financial stability. His mother, Fiona, was proud and pragmatic. And then there was Marco, Danny's older brother. Marco was the golden child. Straight A's, sports trophies, business scholarships. He could do no wrong. Danny? He wasn't Marco. He loved food. He loved cooking. He'd spend hours experimenting with recipes in a little stained notebook, dreaming of owning a restaurant one day. But to his family, that passion was a joke. Cooking won't pay the bills, Danny, his father scoffed. Why can't you be more like Marco? His mother sighed. Marco. He just smirked and said, face it, bro, you're going to end up flipping burgers. Each word burned. Every insult carved deeper wounds. But Danny swallowed it all and kept dreaming. At 18, after yet another family dinner filled with Marco's praises and Danny's humiliations, something inside him snapped. That night, Danny packed his bags. No goodbyes. No explanations. Just one determined thought running through his mind. If they won't believe in me, I'll make them regret it. He moved to the French Quarter, renting a tiny, damp room barely big enough for a bed. He worked as a waiter at Label Creole, a bustling restaurant known for its Creole flavors. And while everyone else complained about long shifts, Danny studied. He memorized every order, every sauce, every ingredient combination. He watched chefs work like an artist watching masters paint. He filled his little notebook with secrets, lessons he'd never learned at home. One night, after saving every tip he could, Danny applied for a scholarship at the Culinary Institute of Louisiana. A month later, an envelope arrived. Hands shaking, he opened it. Accepted. Full scholarship. It was the first time in his life he cried out of pride, and no one was there to see it. When his parents found out, they laughed. Why waste years on something that won't even pay the rent? His father mocked. Marco's already managing client portfolios while you're chopping onions, his mother added. Danny ignored them. For the first time, he had proof. He wasn't a failure. He just needed time. Graduating at the top of his class, Danny quickly made a name for himself in New Orleans. He worked at some of the city's finest restaurants, mastering techniques, experimenting with flavors, and developing his signature farm-to-table philosophy, using local, sustainable ingredients to tell stories through food. By 28, he'd saved enough to open his first restaurant, the Golden Fork. Opening night? Yes. Stress. Doubt. But by midnight, something magical happened. Customers left glowing reviews, critics raved, and within months, the Golden Fork was one of the most sought-after spots in the city. Then, Forbes called. Full feature. Danny Horn, the culinary innovator redefining Southern cuisine. He framed the article not out of vanity, but because he knew exactly where this journey started, the day his family laughed in his face. Years later, Marco got married. Against his better judgment, Danny agreed to attend. The moment he walked in, the whispers started. There's the dropout. Guess he's still wasting time in the kitchen. Danny smiled politely, said nothing. But then something unexpected happened. Marco's boss, Richard Langston, one of the biggest names in finance, spotted Danny from across the room. Wait a second. Danny Horn, the chef? My wife loves your restaurant. Richard exclaimed, shaking Danny's hand like he was royalty. Marco froze. So did his parents. Richard continued. Man, Forbes did an incredible piece on you. I've been meaning to make a reservation. Silence. The same people who mocked Danny for chasing his dreams now stood speechless, watching someone they respected praise the failure they discarded. Danny didn't rub it in. He didn't need to. The look on their faces was revenge enough. 2 years later, Marco's finance empire crumbled. Market collapse. Bad investments. Gone. Desperate, the family reached out to Danny, asking him to help them get back on their feet. He listened, calm, collected. Then, with a soft smile, he said, "I wish you the best, but I built this life without you. I think I'll keep it that way." And that was it. No screaming, no anger, just quiet, undeniable victory. Danny went back to his kitchen, the place where he'd always belonged, surrounded by the aroma of herbs, spices, and redemption. They doubted him. They mocked him. They abandoned him. But Danny Horn proved that success isn't about pleasing others. It's about believing in yourself when nobody else does. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell us in the comments. Have you ever been underestimated and proved everyone wrong? And don't forget to subscribe for more incredible revenge stories, just like this one.